day number 3 here in Palma at the 33rd Copa del Rey MAPFRE, and for the Barclays 52 Super Series fleet today, it's on to the coastal courses along with 2 other classes. We have probably 12 to 13 knots of sea breeze expected, a fairly standard sea breeze day, but of course in the coastal course we do expect to go all the way across the bay, and that means a transition zone in particular in the middle, and that always means anything can happen. But overall it should be plenty of challenges for the teams, and let's see what Palma brings us once again.
The key part is always the first cross or the first leg. Then after this, it's a kind of everyone goes like a windward-leeward race. But after this part, probably the most challenging is this Yetas mark.
So good to see Preveza back in the lineup for the coastal race today. They had a rig problem yesterday, long night for them fixing things, but they're back and ready to go racing.
Yeah, so Tim and Tony jumped on a private plane from Palma to Valencia, drove from Valencia airport to the store in Valencia, picked up the nitronic rods, checked they were serviceable, back in a taxi, back to the airport, back on the private jet, back, and they made it for dinner.
And you were meantime where?
I went snorkeling.
So one of our guests today on board Gladiator was Irish cycling legend Stephen Roche. Now he had his first experience ever on a sailing boat, and what a place to do it.
It is my first time on board. I'm almost on board now, but I'm not there yet. But I'm really looking forward to it, with a little bit of anticipation, like what's it going to be like out there. I've never been on a sailing ship before.
It's a long, hot coastal race for the Copa del Rey for the Barclays 52 Super Series. The mould was very much set off the start line, where the best start was made by Ran Racing, Phoenix and Gladiator. The top mark after a 2.2 mile beat, it was Phoenix leading just ahead of Ran Racing. Ran Racing got ahead on the first run, and really they stayed there. After that, the battle seemed to go on between Phoenix and Gladiator for second and third. Phoenix getting second, and also a match race going on further down the fleet for 5th and 6th between Azura, who took 5th, and Quantum Racing 6th. Quantum Racing lose a little bit of their lead, they're still 5 points ahead, but a great win for Ran Racing.
Yeah, I mean, it's put us back in the hunt. Quantum's still a few points in front, but it's quite a long series this, 11 races here in Copa del Rey, so still a fair bit to play for. So we're obviously chuffed to bits today, and it gets us back in the game.
It was a tough day, and there was a, with this course and this race, you knew that a lot was going to be decided after the first run. And that's basically what happened. And we got a nice start. We got rid of Phoenix. They tacked, and I would criticize at the time. We tacked probably 30 seconds too early our initial port, and fell out of the breeze just to windward that Ran stayed in. And so that was a big loss, and that got us back in traffic.
It was a hard decision on the first beat. It was a long beat, and it was a hard decision whether to go right and left. And then in the first gate I did a mistake. We should have jibe and go to the left gate, and it was not good. And that was 2 key points. But obviously Ran did very, very good race. They called the lead with no problem. So then was a battle between us and Gladiator that was good that we came on top.
Top 3 after today's coastal race: Quantum Racing on 13 points lead, second Ran Racing on 18, Azura in third also on 18 points.
Well, it was a good day. We are very happy with the crew and the result of the race. Fourth is a good result for our team. Always the same old boat, and it's not a professional crew, so we are quite happy, and the owner loved the place, so everything is fine.
So that's the coastal race done and dusted for the Copa del Rey this year. Join us again tomorrow. We're back to windward leewards, and there's more breeze promised.